Peter, along with the delegation from Croke Park. We've been worked very hard over the past few weeks to prepare the ground with Penn State and UCF for next August game. We're determined to make it a very special occasion for all the fans of both schools who come to Dublin. As an organisation and in terms of the Croke Park Stadium, we believe it'll be a very positive experience for everybody. As I said earlier today, we want to replicate the positive experience people have on match day here and perhaps make it even better in an Irish context, a little bit different. I'm particularly pleased that we're in the company of Ambassador Rooney. Ambassador Rooney was ambassador to Ireland until the end of last year. He was an extremely positive figure in Ireland, a great friend of the GAA, and of course in terms of football here, he needs no introduction from me. But particularly pleased that the trophy the two schools will play for is the Dan Rooney trophy, and I couldn't think of anybody better to lend his name to it than Dan Rooney, and I said it's a real honour to have him share the platform with him today, so thank you. The trophy you see here is the material, the wood, is 4,200 years old, and we have actually verified that through Trinity College, scientists in Trinity College. Is the piece of steel there, Peter? Maybe the steel came, am I right in saying, from Three Rivers Stadium, yeah, in Pittsburgh. So we think it's a very, very special trophy. We're particularly anxious to have the Pittsburgh connection because of Ambassador Rooney. And as I said, Ireland is a country with a long, long history. We want to do something very special in terms of a trophy. And as I said, it's from a piece of oak wood that has been verified as being 4,200 years old. So a very, very special trophy for a very special game.
Well, let me say this, being associated, with the U.S. and football, and, what I just said about, the athletes and the sport in Ireland, I was very much on it. I really didn't understand, I must admit, how they named trophies, and that becomes the big thing, and that's a common thing in Ireland, that they do, name a trophy, and that's good. So Peter was the one that asked me, Peter McKenna said to me, we'd like to name the trophy after you if we're going to play. And I said, I don't deserve that. I said, you should get some Irishman. He said, no, we definitely want, because we're going to play American, football. And we think that it should be, someone that, and we would like you to do it because of, what you've done and things like that as far as sports in Ireland. So, it means an awful lot now. Once I heard, it's what it means and how it came about and talking about how old it was and things like that. It's a real honor for me to do this and have the trophy named after me.
The stadium has 68,000 seats and 14,000 terraces. We would certainly envisage selling the 68,000 seats. We have made no attempt really to sell tickets on any worthwhile basis as yet. We'll do that at the turn of the year, but certainly we would expect to sell out all of the seats for this game. There's a keen interest. Irish are a great sporting nation. Dublin's a great sporting city. There actually is a much higher awareness of college football and American football in Ireland than you might expect. For example, we see a lot of games on ESPN. We saw quite a few of Penn State's game last year on ESPN. There's already a lot of interest in the ESPN UCF game next year, and a lot of people in Ireland follow American NFL teams. I know that the Ambassador Rooney would like me to say they all follow the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers have quite a following, but the most popular team is probably the Patriots, probably because of the Boston connection and the Irish in Boston and so on. But there's actually a keen interest in American football, and I think that the game will be this game next August will be very attractive to Irish sports fans as well. We expect to sell the stadium out. That's our intention.
Fans' 5-game season tickets are now available for this year's football season, starting at $89. You can get them by calling the UCF ticket office at 407-UCF-1000 or go online at ucfknights.com.